morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my dear learners. In this video, we are going to learn about warehouse management and its process. Actually, in previous unit, you all learned many things about warehouse and how it works and how the warehouse layout will be, and the basic introduction about warehouse were discussed in the previous videos. So myself, I just want to introduce you myself. I am Dr. M. Jayanti, Assistant Professor, School of Management, Shastra Deemed University, Tanjavur. Very happy to meet you all in this virtual platform. Dear learners, this warehouse management paper help you to learn how a warehouse has to be set up and what the layout structure should be and what is the process that will be taken place in a warehouse. So let us get into the video. In today's competitive markets, demand the wholesale distribution evolve their business process more quickly. You know very well that. So it becomes more efficient and new channels to distribute the products. We are in need of number of channels to distribute our products to have a smooth functioning of our warehouse. So to thrive, growing small to mid-sized enterprises need to rethink process and how they can leverage data from their operations. So here this has led wholesale distribution to adopt enterprise technologies to improve efficiency to improve efficiencies enterprises and improve and remain competitive. So changing business system comes with risk but also presents many opportunities for the business that embrace it. So this is the way that a warehouse, this is the situation that we are facing at present in India to design a warehouse, and at the same time we need to sell all our stock at the right time to the public. So the main role of warehouse places a pivotal scene here, and at the same time the technologies continues to be instrumental in supply chain as new standards require wholesale distributor industries to evolve or lose out on business. The landscape has changed a great deal, is it? Yes, exactly. To continue work with customers in omni-channel retailing or food and beverage industries, for example, requires meeting different customer needs. While the products you carry and the prices you charge are certainly important considerations, another consideration is the robustness and flexibility of the technology that supports your business. So here for the modern wholesale distributor, success means overcoming the hurdles by finding ways to run operations more efficiently. So to achieve this, you need to gain a single transparent view of all your warehouse and distribution operations, helping you deliver the goods on time at the best way, boost customer satisfaction and optimize inventory. So this is where soiled programs like accounting software falls. Soiled program where you know very well that accounting softwares which help us to identify the shortcomings, but enterprise technology excels here to clear this issue. You see here, the warehouse is typically viewed as a place to store the inventory. Role of warehouse is more properly viewed as a switching facility as contrasted to a storage facility. So wholesale distributors are faced with many challenges which govern their operations. The following outlines will help you to understand how the warehouse management should take place. So you see, warehouse management includes four main important points. The number one is make maximum use of space, make effective use of labor and equipment, manage inventory, space, material handling, equipment, labor, and transportation resources. matching material and information flow. These are the things you have to understood while managing the warehouses in a right manner. By the end of learning this warehouse management, you should be able to list the functions of a warehouse, and also you can able to understand the primary objective of a warehouse. Then you can able to list the categories of resources that was available, resources, how you can use the resources found in a warehouse, and state why a criteria for assessing a warehouse is important. So here, warehouse operations are often mistakenly thought to exist in a static environment where conditions and requirements rarely change, and so here the conditions and requirements are rarely, one second. Where the conditions and requirements are rarely changed, and where warehouse planning entails the importance. So, by learning this warehouse management, warehouse operations are often mistakenly thought to exist in a static environment where conditions and requirements rarely change, and where warehouse planning entails the on one-time activities of building the warehouse. Okay, building a structure and providing equipments for a warehouse. Similarly, warehouse management is thought to be merely the supervision of a few simple, highly repetitive tasks. On the contrary, warehouse operation exists in a dynamic environment. The sophistication of this warehouse. The sophistication and complexity of warehouse operations have increased dramatically in the recent years. I think you accept this statement. And also, it was increased from the past decades. Warehouse operations have been affected by customers' demands for rapid response and automation, with its resulting reducing in staff and paperwork. With many wholesale, retail, and industrial firms adopting the same technology, adopting the e-technologies to manage these warehouses, that is JIT technology. I think you remember, just in time inventory control and computer control purchasing systems. Many warehouses has to adjust to match the changing needs of their customers and the changing competition. So here the continual demand for their greater continual demand for the perspective, here it is the people has to manage the situation in a better manner to have a greater flow of resources. The next thing is, here we are going to see some warehouse activities. These are the most important activities, which are receive goods, identify goods, dispatch goods, hold goods, pick goods, marshal the shipment, dispatch the shipment, operate information system, etc. These are the various important warehouse activity that we must understand to manage the warehouse system. Yes, you know very well, the warehouse is a commercial building for storage of goods. Warehouses are used by manufacturers, exporters, wholesalers, retailers, transport business, customs, that is sometimes exporters and importers, etc. They are usually large plain buildings equipped with loading docks to load and unload consignment from trucks. Based upon the size of the goods and the volume of operation, they also often have cranes and forklift for moving goods, which are usually placed on ISO standard practices, Indian standard practices. In simple words, warehouse is a facility where the supply chain holds or stores goods until they are needed by the customers. Warehouse can be owned by manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers to store the goods. A warehouse is typically viewed as a place to store inventory. However, in many logistical system designs, the role of the warehouse is more properly viewed as a switching facility as contrasted to a storage facility. Am I right, learners? Yes, exactly. The function of a warehouse is conceptually very simple to understand and to receive goods into the facility, to store the goods, and when required, to dispatch the goods. Actually, we know that in simple, the warehouse, a place where store and material handling activity are performed. To precise nature will vary depending on company, product, and market circumstances. Warehousing is closely related to inventory management. So these are the various activities that we have to go through. The number one is receive goods. Receiving, receive and accept responsibility by updating records. Then number two, identifying the goods. So place labels, color codes, normal stocks, promotional stocks, special customer stocks, price changed bands, etc. Then storing goods. Sort out the received goods based on identification for appropriate storage area. For example, special customer goods, revised price goods, promotional goods should be stored out separately. The next one is dispatching goods. So put away dispatching here it denotes put away the goods, the stored goods to appropriate storage place for temporary storage with easy accessibility. The next one is the holding goods, security against pilferage and deterioration. Am I right? Yes, you might have to keep it very safe, the goods. Selecting. The next one is picking the goods here. Retrieving packing items are retrieved and grouped according to the customer order for dispatch. Selecting. Once you are holding the goods in a proper manner means automatically the goods will be picked in a proper way. Then marshal the shipment, marshalling the goods. Check the items of a single order for completeness, single order for completeness, and orders records are updated or not. Then next one is dispatching goods. Here in this dispatching goods, consolidator order is packaged and directed to right transport. At last, we are coming for the operation information system where they are preparing the records and advices of stocks and replenishment requirements. So what is the key point here? There is an important trade-off between the two functions. One is trade-off, that is storage and handling. Efficiency and effectiveness to be maintained properly here. So the objective we can clearly define it as to attain the best combination of the maximum of storage space in cubic terms, efficiency, the minimum of handling operations is effectiveness. So the main job of warehouse is what it is here: goods in receiving, inspecting, and put away. Then in while coming for the storage, the jobs are housekeeping, picking, and replenishment. While coming for dispatch, the jobs are order assembly, packing, checking, and marshalling. You must remember these jobs to learners. So once they understand what are all the jobs that have to perform, then automatically they'll have a clear idea about the goods and storage and their dispatch. That is efficiency and effectiveness in operating the managed warehouse process.